It's the first game post-trade deadline. Some new faces on the squad today, but we'll probably only actually get to see Jordan Westburg as next week during our homestand we see the debut of Jackson Jobe, and we'll also see the debut of Kyle Harrison in a Tigers uniform. Looking at the Tigers, the last 10 starts have been kind of rough. You know, we're above average everywhere there, but we're still getting hit hard sometimes. I did play a game against the Blue Jays, and they dropped 16 runs on us. I've changed the difficulty a little bit, and I don't know if you've noticed, but the meter is no longer in question. It's a lot more ratings based on the players, which is how I wanted it to be. Aaron Nola's taking the start for the Philadelphia Phillies today, wearing the City Connect uniforms. Riley Green will lead off against them first. Nola's the ace of this staff, but they have about 3 aces. You know, Christopher Sanchez is there. Zach Wheeler's there. There's a base hit up the middle by Green. I'm a bit late on that. Leadoff single on the first pitch of the game. Harry Carpenter is up next. He's at a career-high 22 home runs on the year, 832 OPS. He's also on an extension, but there's a ground ball over to second. On to first, double play. What is that, 4 pitches in, he's got 2 outs, 4-6-3 double play. Javier Baez, I always say Javier Baez. Gleyber Torres up. I don't know why I get them confused. One can hit and not field, and one fields and doesn't hit. There's a ground ball past Weston Wilson at third. It'll bounce off the foul wall over there. Schwarber won't be able to do much with it. Has trouble with it, but Torres is still stuck to a single. Torkelson swings and misses at the circle change. Count runs full. Aaron Nola's 3-2, grounded over to Wilson. Throw on to second, end of the first inning. We're scoreless through the first Tigers inning. 1 hit, though. Wilson, Sosa, and Harper due up. So, taking the mound for the Detroit Tigers today is the ace, Tarik Skubal. His first start since signing a 15-year extension with the Tigers. He's having an excellent year, 2.9 ERA. He's barely got above a 1 whip. Great year for the lefty. Great year to build off of after winning a Triple Crown and a Cy Young last year. Tigers need these wins. We're in the dog days of August and September coming up. We're going to need these wins. If we're going to take this division, we're going to need to build momentum right now. We've been hovering around 500 all season long. First pitch to Sosa misses. But right here in the month of August, we have a fresh start. The line drive over to Green by Sosa, 2 away. It's a fresh start. We have a chance to build some wins. Looking at the Phillies lineup, starting off with Weston Wilson, Edmundo Sosa, Bryce Harper, Brent Rooker, Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, JT Realmuto, Max Kepler, and in the 9 holes, Rodolfo Castro. That outfield, by the way, glove, scares me. That scares me. Alright. Rooker in the field, Schwarber in the field, Kepler in center. Kepler's actually pretty good defensively. Outside slider misses on Harper. 1-0 count. Up in the middle with a fastball. Just a challenge pitch there. 1-2 to Harper. Misses low with a sinker. 2-2 count. Full count now. Brent Rooker on deck. It would be his first at-bat with the Phillies since coming over from the Athletics. The Athletics received, I think, Painter in return. There goes Harper on the swing and a miss. Strike 3 to end the inning. I'll have to get my thoughts together about that A's return. We're scoreless through 1. Leading off here in the top of the second. First at-bat here in a Tigers uniform for Jordan Westburg. He's about 269 on the year. Softly fly that ball out into right field, 1 away. Easily there towards Rooker. Won't have to make him move too much. Colt Keith up next. I wonder what everybody's opinions are on these City Connects. I don't really mind them. That ball's gonna come in and hit Keith. That was definitely unintentional. Just a late break on that. Parker Meadows up next. Fly ball into center field. Kepler's gonna range under it. 2 away. That's something Detroit's been doing this year on our broadcast. We usually get a man on, and then right after, we just can't seem to get them home. Unless it's via the long ball. We need to work on situational hitting more often. The ground ball foul by Baez. I've kind of folded on Baez. I'm going to give him the year-round starts at short, as that ball's popped up in the right to end the inning. So Rooker records 2 outs this inning, and Detroit is still scoreless through 2. Here comes the big bat of Brent Rooker. His first ever at-bat as a member of the Phillies. So it's Andrew Painter who came over from the Phillies to the A's. And there's some other lower prospect as well. First pitch misses low. I guess the A's wanted more pitching. But ground ball over to Westburg on the first. 1 away. With Nick Kurtz coming up too. And Soderstrom kind of winning the first base spot. I mean, I guess that makes sense, but I don't know. Moneyball way is always, you know, getting on base before anything else, so who knows. First pitch to Schwarber misses low. Circle change there. 1-0 count. Popped up. It's going to be a tough play for Nito behind the plate. Try to find it under the sun, and he will just in time. Good to mention, that's Nito's first ever start behind the dish. As we traded Dylan Dingler away. If you don't remember that, during the trade deadline. So Nito got called up to the majors to do some backup catching. First pitch to Castellanos is inside for strike 1. Year 3 for Castellanos in a Phillies uniform. Strike 2. 1-2 count to him. As long as no national tragedies happen, or tragedies. There's strike 3. I was gonna say, as long as no national tragedies happen, we should be good. And it looks like there's peace in the world. As Castellanos goes down looking. Skubal has been untouchable through 2.
Leading off for Detroit.
Looking at our offense last series, this is why we traded for Jordan Westburg. We have a lot of young guys who we need to let develop, but that third base position was wide open. Because our last series, we averaged 1 run a game, which is atrocious. 1-2 count to Nito.
Ball 2.
Ball 2.
2-2 the count.
This count's going to run 2-2. It's got some pop against righties on our scouting reports. Ground ball over to short. Castro dives, and he's not able to hold on to it. Nito's got a base hit in the infield. Okay. Easy single for Nito. 1 on now for Riley Green. There's a line drive into center field, but it's going to find a glove of Kepler. 1 out. Hard hit ball. That's the best he could do with that. And there's another hard hit ball by Carpenter. That foul. We also extended Kerry Carpenter. He'll be here for, I think, another 6 years. That ball's popped up into left for Schwarber. 2 away. I'm very, very excited about the development of Kerry Carpenter. I feel like keeping him around is the best thing we could do for the future of this franchise. I know he's mostly a big bat against righties, as Torres is going to ground a ball up to Castro. Beautiful play, and he flips to second. End of the inning. Realmuto, Kepler, and Castro are due up. Leading off JT Realmuto. The veteran backstop now takes the first pitch inside. It almost feels, for me, like I'm getting old as Realmuto strikes out there for the first out of the inning. I remember when he was with the Marlins before he was traded over. I remember the trade package the Marlins got back. Pitch misses outside. This is Kepler's first year on a team that's not the Twins, as he's with the Phillies now. I don't remember if he was traded at the deadline last year or not. I don't think he was, but he'll go to the bench now. That's strike 3, looking on Kepler. Back-to-back Ks for Skubal here in the 3rd. Castro at the plate now. He just made that sick diving play earlier. He's going to take the strike on the outside. 769 OPS, the weakest in the Phillies lineup. But, you know, that guy can bop too, and he will. Line drive into the gap. Carpenter is calling for it. Meadows probably could have got there sooner. Castro could have took 3rd, maybe no. It's a 2-out double for the Phillies, and they're got business going on the base paths. Castro's 10th of the season. Weston Wilson up now, takes the high slider inside. I guess he's playing right now because Alec Boehm is hurt currently for the Phillies. With the way Boehm's playing right now, I'm surprised the Phillies demanded Mason Miller for Boehm. What a trade they tried to get going. That pitch also was definitely a strike. Scooball thought so too, but it won't matter as that popped up to Carpenter, easily played to end the inning. We're scoreless through here in Philly. Torkelson, Westburg, and Keith when we come back. Leading off here in the top of the 4th is Spencer Torkelson. 22 home runs on the year. He's having a solid year. He's slowed down a little bit, but at least he stayed at a consistent above-average production. Pops that ball up. Realmuto's going to call for it. Also under the same sun that Nitto was, but he's got that a little easier than Thomas did. One away. There's got to be nothing more frustrating as a batter than that pop-up to the catcher right in front of the home plate. Jordan Westburg up now. Nolo's at 45 pitches here in the 4th. First pitch to Westburg. Inside. 1-0 count. I'm hoping Westburg can take that third base position fully, and we won't have to go on the hunt again. He plays it well defensively, and the bat is coming a long way. I don't think he went swinging there. I don't think he did, but I guess he did. 1-1 count. Pitch from Nola is going to be drilled into center field. Kepler has it played. 2 away. Now I'm really thinking about what's going to happen coming to this playoffs. Is our bullpen going to be able to hold up? I'm a little bit worried. I know we upgraded it at least by 1, and you know, when Jackson Jobe comes up, that'll also help our entire rotation. First pitch outside. Colt Keith has been kind of hot his last 10 games. He's got 6 RBIs and 2 doubles. You know, for him this season, that's pretty hot. 2-0. Comes Nola's pitch. Swung on hard, but foul. Roped that one just a bit early. Two 2-1 to Keith now. Nola's pitch. Fouled away. Staying alive. 2-2 count. That's what Colt Keith does best. Keeps innings alive. Raises pitch counts. We love that. But a fly out shortly. Castro's there. And look at Castro doing it all today. Easy play, but doing it all today. We're still scoreless through 3 on Detroit's side. Back in Philly for the bottom of the 4th. Edmundo Sosa is going to be leading things off. He'll be facing Tarek Scooball. Scooball just set right there. He's already ready to go. Sosa's taking a second to get into the box and everything like that. First pitch by Scoobs. Fouled. Quickly an 0-1 count now. Lifetime against Scooball. Sosa. No, he's 0 for 6. 3-1 count. Ball 4. Scooball loses him, and that's not a great way to start here in the 4th. Especially with Bryce Harper following. Harper doesn't matter lefty-righty. These Philly fans are chanting MVP, and they're chanting it for a reason. 1-0 to Harper. Ground ball, Baez not even going to have a diving attempt for it. That's questionable. He probably could have had that. If Baez dies, I think that's a double play, but now there's 2 on with no outs, and Brent Rooker at the plate. Very dangerous hitter himself. 1-1 count. Ground ball past Torkelson. He won't be able to get there. Carpenter's throw is not going to be in time. Close, but not in time. It's a 1-run lead to Philly. Brent Rooker has his first RBI on the Phillies. Just a simple ground ball. Runners going. Torkelson doesn't have time to react and dive. It's alright. Schwarber at the plate. That pitch is inside for strike one. 0-1 count to Schwarbs. Ground ball to Torkelson. He'll step on first. Throw on to second. Not in time. Runners advance. One away now. For Nick Castellanos. Misses high. 1-0 count. Scoobs is getting a little shaky this inning. 2-0 count. The old control issues from his past are mirroring their head right now. That ball's grounded over there for a 2-1 count now. Misses high. 3-1. You just need to get the ball over the plate at this point. 3-1 count. Runners on second and third. Swings to the circle change. Full count here for Castellanos. Ball for the sinker. Won't get called. It's a ball, but that was close. Second walk of the inning, and the bases are loaded for JT Realmuto. 286 on the year. Swings through the fastball. Scooball just going back to attacking batters. And Realmuto doesn't have great stats this year, even with runners in scoring position. That circle change called low won't help him. 1-2 count. High fly ball. This might score a run. Carpenter's under it. His throw will be cut off by Torkelson. Throw home. Not in time. Close, but not in time. You can see Carpenter's bothered by that. That's now a 2-run lead for the Phillies with Max Kepler at the plate. Popped up for Green. Going under it. Easily played, and that will end the fourth inning. Scooball gives up 2 runs, walks 2, gives up a couple of hits, and the Phillies have jumped ahead. Comparing the starters now through 4 innings. While Nola's given up 3 hits, he hasn't walked anybody or struck out anyone or given up a run. While on the opposite side, Scooball's given up 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, and struck out 5. Tigers have yet to strike out through 5 innings. That ball's going to miss a low. 2-0 count here to Parker Meadows. Ground ball, same one that Harper had last inning. Gets right past Harper himself, or Rooker had last inning. It's a base hit, but he's going to get picked off here. Parker Meadows picked off at first. We needed the momentum of a base runner. That's a costly mistake, and he doesn't even dive in with the protected hand. Baez at the dish now. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. 1-1 count. Nola's pitch. Little blooper. Little line drive to Castro. 2 out. Not a blooper. That was just a softly hit line drive. Fell right in front of Castro. I feel like he's a magnet for everything we hit. That was a shortstop on shortstop crime. Thomas Nitto at the plate here with 2 away. He's going to take that outside for strike 1. Count's going to run 1-2. Tigers need a base runner. Grounded over to Castro. What did I say? A magnet today. As that will end our side of the 5th. Tigers are still scoreless. Well, here comes Rodolfo Castro. He's already crushed a double. Played great defense. And he'll crush another ball. That's way gone. Left field. Scooball took a look and knew it. That ball's gone. You can tell it's gone off the sound of the Phillies crowd. They blew up immediately off the sound. Ball off the bat. Crushed. AJ Hinch is stirring down there in the dugout. He's like, I started Scooball today. I wasn't expecting 3 runs. Well, neither was Scoobs, probably. But he'll get 3 dumped on him here by the Phillies. And that looks like it'll be it for Scooball. AJ Hinch is coming out. You know, the thought process is, hey, it's early August. It's the first day of August. We're in the dog days now. We're going to need you later in this season. They're pulling him early before any more damage is done. Bo Brisky's going to come in to try to mop this up. 40 innings under his belt, and he struck out 20% of the batters he's faced. Righties and lefties are kind of having alright averages against him, but he's holding a 3.79 ERA. First pitch to Weston Wilson. In there! Not really, but it's there for strike one. Wilson trying to find a hit today. Struck out and flown out. Flied out. 0-1. 0-2. Swings to the fastball.
No ball, 2 strikes.
He was 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. He's the only real Phillies batter struggling today. 0-2 count. Strike 3 on the slider. Brisky says good morning, good evening, and good night. Go to the bench. Wilson's got to walk there. Brisky coming out of the pen and offering us some confidence. Against Sosa, 0 for 1 on the day. He's going to look at strike 1. 1-2 count to Sosa. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Dotted it perfectly, Brisky did. For his second strikeout in a row and the second out of the inning. And now he's got to face Bryce Harper. He singled and later scored. Following him would be Brent Rooker, so hopefully he can end the inning here. And he will! Harper watches the sinker drop on in there for strike 3. Bo Brisky comes out of the pen and strikes out the side for the Tigers. Top of the 6th we go. Aaron Nola still on the mound for the Phillies. He's got a 3-run lead, so I don't see why not. First pitch is inside knuckle curve. Count's going to run 2-0 for Riley Green. Leading off for the Tigers. Ground ball straight to Harper. He's going to flip it to Nola. The foot race ends early. Nola's there before Green had a chance. There's quickly one away for Kerry Carpenter. A rare 0 for 2 night so far here. We don't really see this out of Carp too often. He's 0 for 5 in his career against Aaron Nola. And now he's 1 for 6. Kerry Carpenter gets us on the board. Second deck home run, 420 feet. Philly fans chanting, throw it back. Kerry's 23rd home run of the season. That was 110 off the bat. I don't know how I feel about that camera angle it does yet, where you hit a home run and it just immediately makes you stare at your batter. But here we go. Gleyber Torres up next. Ground ball over to third. Wilson's there. 2 down. So we go soft contact, 420 feet home run, soft contact. Spencer Torkelson up next. He's also 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch he sees is inside, way inside. Kind of brushed Torque off the plate there. His count's going to run 2-2. Nola's pitch popped up into center field. Not really pop up, but deep center, kind of. Easy play regardless to end the 6th inning for the Tigers. But we're on the board. Kerry Carpenter puts us down by 2 now. Back here, bottom 6 for more Phillies-Tigers baseball. Brent Rooker at the plate right now, facing Bo Brisky, who's still on the mound. Outside Black called for strike 1. Count's going to run 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 for out number 1 here in the 6th. Brisky gets himself another strikeout. That's 4 straight. Kyle Schwarber following up next. First pitch to him is fouled off. 1-2 count for Schwarbs here. And the pitch. High, deep, foul territory. Carpenter might have a play on it, and it looks like he does. For out number 2. Barely stayed in the field. 1-2 here to Nick Castellanos now. Ground ball softly over to Torkelson. He'll take it himself to first to end the 6th inning. 6 straight retired for Bo Brisky out of the bullpen. It's the end of Aaron Nola's day as Jose Alvarado's taking the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies here, the big lefty. 36 innings under his belt to a 1.98 ERA. Batters have no average against him, and he's striking out a large number of them. First player to face him will be Jordan Westburg. 0 for 2 on the day. He's flown out twice. First pitch is a ball on the outside. 2-1 count now. Another fly ball softly into right. Out number 1. Haven't been able to do much with Westburg in his Tigers debut here, as there's a line drive by Colt Keith. That one's going to get down. Base hit for Keith. As I was saying, I've been just surprised I haven't been able to see any production out of Westburg in this game. But it won't matter now. Andy Ibanez pinch hitting coming up for the lefty-righty platoon. Ibanez is very good against lefties, and he gets a ground ball that stays fair over the third base bag. Keith's going from first all the way home. Ibanez is in at second. Schwarber couldn't field the ball in left. It's now a one-run lead for Philadelphia. Andy Ibanez, pinch hit RBI double. Just stays fair. That ball, when I say just stays fair, that ball barely stays fair going over the third base bag. And the suspect Phillies outfield continues, like I was saying. Baez up, line drive, shortcut, 2 away. When you have Schwarber in left field and Rooker in right, forcing Kepler to play center, I'm just saying, the offense or the defense in that outfield is very suspect. The offense is probably insane. Come on, Kepler, you got Schwarber, Rooker. Phillies are going to make a move here. Orion's coming out of the bullpen. This season, he is pitching to a 2.55 ERA. And Sweeney coming off the bench here, pinch hitting. 2 outs, tying run at second, and the Tigers down by 1. He's got a chance to be the hero. First pitch to Sweeney on the way. Lifted deep into right field. Going back at the wall and gone. Trey Sweeney off the bench. A 2-run blast on the first pitch he sees. What a moment. First pitch, 2 outs, and he absolutely jumps on it. Tigers flip the game with 1 swing, and Sweeney delivers in the clutch. That's why you stay ready on the bench. Trey Sweeney waiting for an at-bat all game. Gets one and blasts the first pitch he sees. Tigers lead 4-3. After all that excitement, Riley Green's following here with 2 outs. Takes the first pitch on the outside for ball 1. He's 1 for 3 on the day with a single. Tanner Banks and Jordan Romano are warming up in the Phillies pen. Got a lot of depth in that bullpen, the Phillies do. 1-1 count from Orion. Ball 2. Misses low. 3-1 count here. Green could get on base. He might here. That ball's lifted into left field. It's going to be off the top of the wall. Riley Green's heading into second, and he's got a 2-out double. The Tigers' offense stays hungry. We keep this inning alive. Riley Green's 33rd double of the season. And now we're going to take it back to the 6th when Kerry Carpenter unloaded on this ball. I thought we might get shut out tonight, and then that Carpenter home run really set a different tone for that offense. They're going to intentionally walk Kerry Carpenter. They know when he hits home runs, they come in bunches. So they're going to walk Carpenter to avoid another 2-run bomb, and then Orion. His day will be done. Phillies manager's coming out of the clubhouse here to take the ball. Down goes Orion. Coming in now for the Phillies will be Jordan Romano. Looks like he's here to stop the bleeding. He's got a 3.6 ERA. He'll face Gleyber Torres first, who's 1 for 3 on the day. First pitch to Torres is swung on like he's Javier Baez. Right over that slider. Carpenter and Green on first and second. 0-1 count. Phillies down by 1. That ball's lifted. Deep left field off the very top of the wall. Green's gonna score. Carpenter's staying at third. Runners on the corners. RBI single for Gleyber Torres. That was off the very top of the wall. If Torres had just a little bit more under it, I feel like that would have been a 2-run shot or a 3-run shot. Look at this ball. Deep, going, very top of the wall. Very top of the wall. That was close. Torkelson up now here. 2 on with 2 away. Ugly swing on the slider. Well, you know, sometimes we all like to look like Baez. Oh no! Gleyber Torres is picked off to end the inning. The bleeding stops for the Phillies, and the Tigers' offense is shut down in one of the worst ways possible. We're through 7. Bottom 7, here comes JT Realmuto. 0 for 1 on the day with a sac fly. He'll have to face Camilo Duvall, making his Tigers debut tonight. 1.92 ERA on the year. He has been utterly filthy. First pitch from Duvall. Like I said, filthy. Slider on the outside. Ground ball here to Keith, playing second today.
He's out.
We have to move this offense around a lot because a lot of batters are lefty-righty platoons. We got to move people around a lot. Keith has been playing more second base ever since we moved Torres to DH. There's Westburg for the second out. Soft fly ball to him. But moving people around, though, trying to see where I like everybody at. I've really liked Keith at second, and it's nice that he can be moved to first on days that Torkelson needs off or we need an extra DH spot. Castro's been killing our offense today, or our pitching today. So hopefully Duvall is able to stump him. 2 straight foul balls to get himself into an 0-2 count. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Strike 3! Swung on and missed. Duvall out of the pen. 1-2-3 inning here in the 7th. And the Phillies getting nothing going. We're going top 8. Torkelson's getting his at-bat back after Gleyber Torres was caught leading off a bit too much on first. First pitch outside. 2-2 count here from Romano. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 to start the inning. Jordan Westburg's going to follow. He's 0 for 3 on the day. He's flown out 3 times. And he'll fly out 4 times. 4 soft flyouts for Westburg today in his debut. Not what we were hoping for. It's okay, though. It's 1 game. He's got the rest of the season with us in multiple years following. I have Colt Keith. He's an inning saver. You know how many times? Okay, alright. I'll stop talking. Keith grounds out to first to end the Tigers' side of the 8th. We lead 5-3. Leading off here in the bottom of the 8th for the Phillies is Weston Wilson. 0 for 3 on the day, so, you know, as fans would say, he's due for a hit, but he's facing Duvall. And that's something that comes very rare against him. Strike 1 low with a slider. Comes strike. Oh! Cutter called a ball. 1-1 count. Popped up. Keith was there. Easy fly out for the first out of the 8th inning. I want more face scans. I'm a little trippy over the face scans. There's really a lot missing on this Tigers team. Sosa's gonna get called swinging. He tried to stop. Tried to check his swing, but he didn't. So his count's gonna run 0-1. Pitch by Duvall. Inside sinker. That's what I was worried about. At times, Duvall's command can get shaky. Sinker drops in there for strike 2, but that's not a pitch you want resting that high in the strike zone. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Sosa goes down swinging. 2 outs. Let's look at this StatCast sponsored by Google Cloud. The sinker coming out of the same arm path there, and then the one that missed high was a different arm path, and then the cutter comes out and follows the same path as the sinker. You're not hitting that. None of us are hitting that. But that'll be Duvall's day. AJ Hinch comes out of the dugout, pulls him. Duvall had a good debut. But it's time to hold our lead. Jason Foley coming out of the bullpen. Righties are batting .325 off of him. That is not good. That's an all-star right there. An all-star is slashing against Foley, but we bring him out to face the lefty, Bryce Harper. who's 1 for 3 on the day. If there's anybody that could get the Phillies back into it, it's Harper. And he won't here, though. Swung on and missed on the sinker. Strike 3 to end the 8th inning. Tigers lead still 5-3. Trying to hold our lead to 5, Joe Ross coming out of the Phillies bullpen. 59 innings under his belt, 7 holds, 2.87 ERA. He's facing Andy Ibanez here on an 0-2 count. Strike 3. Whatever that pitch was dropped off the table. It didn't drop off the table. It jumped off the table. And it caught Ibanez swinging at it.
Shortstop, Javier Baez.
Straight filth from Ross here. It touched. Even JT couldn't even catch that. 0-2 count here to Jake Rogers. Grounded up the middle. Castro won't even have a play on it. Rogers is on base here with 2 away. Phillies looking to extend the lead.
Center fielder, Riley Green.
Riley Green's going to follow here. 1-0 count. Popped up. Harper has a play on it. End of the 8th. So it's a 5-3 lead the Tigers have to hold. But this Phillies offense, Brent Rooker, Schwarber, Castellanos. It's a challenge here. Always a good day when you get to see Tyler Holton pitch. 41 innings under his belt. He's 28 for 33 on saves. He's got a 2.20 ERA. And he'll face Brent Rooker right away. First pitch by Holton. Fouled away. If you haven't noticed, I raised the difficulty that we play on. So, if you see some bad games coming up next, hint hint you will, it's because of that. I'm getting used to it. Again, adjusting sliders and stuff to try to keep the game even. That ball's crushed foul. I don't like pitching against Brent Rooker. If he gets a hold of anything... Oh, and he won't here. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Kyle Schwarber follows. It's so unfair. Harper to Rooker to Schwarber to Castellanos. There's strike 1 low on the cutter. Schwarber tried to hold up, but he doesn't. Swung on and missed on the sinker. Filth from Holton. This lefty-lefty matchup is unfair. 0-2 count. Crushed but foul. You know, if their timing is different, this game would have been flipped on its head. 0-2 again. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The sweeper once again sweeps across the plate, and Schwarber looks like Javier Baez. I love you, Baez, but I'm going to poke fun at him. Castellanos up now. Takes the first pitch low. I have been having fun using Baez. I like his swing. His swing is very fun to time with. Strike 1 on in there. 1-1 count. Fouled off. Phillies down to their last strike. Hopefully no national tragedies happen for Castellanos. Lined over the head of Westburg. Foul. 1-2 again. Grounded over to Torkelson. He'll take it to first, and the Tigers win. Come from behind victory here in Philadelphia. Off the pinch hit of Andy Ibanez and Trey Sweeney. An excellent way for us to start this last 2 months of the season for us. We're neck and neck with Cleveland for first place. Tigers 5 runs on 11 hits tonight. Phillies 3 runs on 4 hits. Bo Brisky earns himself his first win, or his 3rd win of the season. He's got a record of 3-3 now. Orion stuck with the loss, and Tyler Holton gets his 29th save. Tigers lead the series 1-0. And something new I want to do, Player of the Game. Player of the Game honors go to Trey Sweeney. He had 1 at-bat, 1 home run, 1 hit, and 2 RBIs. His home run was the most important hit of the game, as it put us up in the lead. Thank you for tuning into this Detroit Tigers broadcast on MLB The Show 25. We appreciate all the support you have been giving us lately. It means the world. Check out the Raiders series if you haven't seen it yet. That's the series that Jack is doing. 2012 Raiders Rebuild, so that's a really cool, fun throwback. You get to see where players go and everything like that. So if you're interested in franchise gaming, or if you have franchise, series on in the background while you play your own franchise, check us out and maybe subscribe. We have some OOTP content coming out soon that I'm doing. I know I covered the Rockies once, but more will be on the way very soon. Thank you for watching.